for life.
3, 2, 1.
Sick. I was waiting for the clap. See, I'm trained. I'm triggered. I only go if I hear the clap. Guys, welcome. Here we are. Have you missed me? Yes, we missed a week last week, but it's okay. We missed a week, 2 weeks before that, but it's okay because we do whatever we want. But either way, guys, this is Talk About with Lust, and I'm your host Lust, and welcome back. Here we are, in the nice fluffy couch. Let's see if I know my button still. Oh, wrong one. Foghorns, one time for Jamaica Independence Day. One time, big ups, Mo Fire. Anyways, as usual, we have a special guest here. Gonna go and let him introduce himself. Just a little, just to let you know, we got two Lustmans on the couch. We out here lit, but I'm gonna let him do his thing. So just go ahead and say your name and your handlers and all that good stuff.
What's up, everybody? My name is Gabe Lustman. Shout out to my boy Lust over here. That was the first thing I said. I was like, man, we got the same name. We locked in already. So Gabe Lustman, I'm a pop R&B singer based in Atlanta. My new song True is out now on all streaming platforms. So make sure you check it out. If you'd like to interview, you can follow me. That's Gabe Lustman, GabeLustman.
Hell yeah. And there it is. Here we are. So to start off, I always like to start off the show like letting talk a little bit about you, give people a little background about yourself, and then we get into all the other fun stuff. So like you said, you're from Atlanta. Is that where you're like?
I was born in New Orleans, raised all over. My dad was in the Navy.
Okay.
So I was a Navy brat, moved all over the United States, but mainly settled in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And that's where I found my music and stuff like that. That's Time, Prince, Kirby Puckett, Morris Day, Mint Condition, Atmosphere, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, Sounds of Blackness. There's a lot of great people from Minneapolis. Shout out to my boy Krishan. He running the radio right now, the Hitmaker and them. So a lot of good people from there. And I moved to Atlanta in 2012 to pursue my dreams, becoming a superstar. Never looked back, and here I am today.
That's
Still
dope.
on the
That's
grind.
dope. So it's like music's always been your thing, though.
Music has always been my thing, man. I played football, played soccer,
Okay.
football, right? I played FUTBOL for those who don't know. But no, I played that for about 16 years, and I did like OTP and stuff. And my coach was the goalie for the Minnesota Thunder.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
The MLS. I was cold, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Anything I do, I'm good at. Otherwise, I just really don't do it. To be honest, I got other stuff to do. Like, I could be good at this, like, real good. So I'm like, okay, so I wanted to always be in, like, MLS, or, I watched Oliver Kahn growing up from Germany and stuff, and that was, like, my goalie that I always admired.
So like, you're a goalie?
Yeah, I was a goalie, bro. I was a
yeah.
keeper. Man, I got them hands, ladies. I got them hands. But, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so that was, like, my first love was really, I was singing and stuff, like.
You were singing that while you fucking kicking out the balls out your way.
Girl, it's true.
Get this ball out of my face.
For real. No balls in the face. Pause.
Nah, for real. But nah, fucking
Right.
But for the most part, like, so was R&B your first calling, or like were you doing
R&B? I always had a soft spot for R&B. I love. It's like it's got substance and it makes you feel something when you hear it. I was a big fan of groups and boy bands and stuff like that.
Oh, legendary.
You know what
bro.
I'm saying? So I listened to Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Justin Timberlake is my number one artist. You know what I'm saying? And Britney, Christina, H-Town, Boys and Men, Usher, Chris Brown. Like, these are a lot of people that I idolized growing up. My dad was a big fan of Motown, like Earth, Wind and Fire, Temptation, Spinners, Four Tops. So I listened to a lot of them too. And that just really made me fall in love with harmony and melody. And that's what really cultivated my sound. And, that's like what I do. That's what people know me for.
So back in the day, you ever had your own boy band?
Man, I did, man. That was a long time ago, bro. I don't even know what their names are no more, bro. Like, honestly. But you know what I'm saying? But it was cool. It was like I wrote out my little boy band fantasy, if you will, like, of trying to do that, and that was cool. We had a little run for a year.
I got you.
we were on like MTV, and we were on the Craig Ferguson show on CBS. And had some magical moments. It was a cool point in my life, so no shade. But it was just time to move on and spread my wings and do what Gabe Lustman does best, and that's perform solo.
I hear that.
So
I hear that. So So what would be like your first memory of like R&B? What was that one
First
song?
memory, man, there's two. Like, okay, so first one would be like, I grew up in a Christian family and stuff, and absolutely went to church on Sundays, no cussing, or put money, like, wash mouth out with soap and stuff. Nowadays, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? But, sorry if you're watching, mom. But my mom, shout out to my mom. Mom Dukes, she got me the what's it called, Mario, The Turning Point was my first album, my first secular album I got. That's like, God, how could you? All them hits like Nike's Fresh Out the Box. You know what I'm saying? And them good joints, some good R&B, Let Me Love You and stuff. So that was my first time, and I used to like take that CD with my CD. What was it called? A karaoke machine they had bought me for Christmas, and I'll go in the bathroom where the acoustics were crazy. And I was singing there for 6 hours, 7 hours after I'd get out of school. When the kids would be out playing, I'd be in the bathroom singing with the acoustics in the basement, in the unfinished basement, and trying to like perfect my voice. And I would sing till I was hoarse. And they actually installed a doorbell upstairs so they didn't have to keep, banging on the floor to come up for dinner. So they hit the doorbell and ding, ding, ding. I let them hit it 2 or 3 times, and then I'd go up there. So that was the number one, and that's how I developed my sound and my singing and stuff to match those guys and try to be like them originally. Now I found my own sound, but so that was great. And then the number two, probably tied, was I used to get picked on at school. I wasn't like the coolest, best dressed or anything like that, and I turned to music, so I just tried to sing to make people like me. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. Now I don't give a shit, but like. People love me. People love Gabe Lustman. But, it's like back then, it was like, back then it was different. So I ended up singing one of the Backstreet Boys songs. I got one of my homies, and his name was Kevin Brewer. We sang I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. We sang it at the talent show for school, because we would do it every 6, they have like 7 periods, and then everybody come for the science classes. They rotate out. So I got to sing with him, and then by the 3rd period, like, people just erupted, and I did not expect that kind of reaction to what I was doing, and I was like, dang, like, I could actually do this, and I believed in myself for the first time, and I was like, gave me this sense of confidence that has never wavered in music, and it's like, people had these signs that said, like, I want it that way, and I love Gabe and stuff by lunchtime, by the 3rd performance, and, man, I just felt like a superstar. I was like, I want to do this for the rest of my life, and here I am.
That's dope. That's like some like crazy high.
It was, man. I mean, and then not too long after that, I actually May of 2006 is when I got in the studio for the first time and started making my own music and stuff right out of high school. And I met a producer by the name of Ricky Oyaro. Shout out to Ricky Dixon, Snowtown Entertainment back in the day. We started in the apartment. It was like no air conditioning. It was like we was on the white Mac and stuff. Like it was crazy. Yeah. And we had a good little run, and shout out to him for starting me in music and production, recording. And then he got me on tour with Chris Brown. So I did a leg with Chris Brown and Cherish back in 2006. And I remember one of the ladies, the poor girl, actually, I don't know if it was the promoter's like niece or something, but she had got booed off stage. She was singing Amazing Grace a cappella, amazing. And it was a boo, and I was like, dang. And I'm like, I'm up next. And I was like, they're like, come on, you ready? And I was like, shit. Like, I pretty much almost threw up. You know what I'm saying? It was 10,000 people. This is when Chris was doing halls. Like, so he'd do arenas now, but that was probably like 9,000 people in there, bro. All these like unforgiving kids. Like, you know what I mean? They're going to let you have it, So I go out there and I had practice for like 2 months at this school called Harvest. And I had a bunch of dancers that were called Minnesota's Finest at the time, and they had like a little reality show and the WB they were doing and stuff. Shout out to Derek Parker. So we organized like probably 15 dancers, and I had a whole show put together. My music was absolutely trash back then, but you know what I'm saying? Like we thought it was fire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we was in there, we were turning up, and we hit the couple dance routine, and I had this baby blue suit that my mom bought me for prom. And I wore that joint, and I slicked my hair back. No, I'm talking about I looked like one of the Four Tops or something, bro. I looked like a freaking like an Easter egg or something, bro. It was crazy. It was like a pretty baby blue too. It was like it was crazy. I don't know what I was thinking. And then Chris Brown, when I first met him for the first time, he's like, "Rico Suave." I was like, "Oh my god!" But I mean, it was cool, man. It was something I'll never forget. And when that crowd erupted after the girl got booed off stage and accepted me for that, they gave me this a merch table next to him. I didn't pay for it. They just said, "Hey, we want you to sign autographs. They want you." And I said, "Okay." Well, they put me next to him, and then I got the spillover from Chris Brown. It was like thousands of people. And
Yeah.
they couldn't get to him. They want me. They thought I was like real tour support. I only did a couple of shows with him, you
That's
know.
dope. That's
But
dope, though.
so it was cool, and it just feeling that, man, was like, dang, like I really could do this. This is outside of school. These guys have no reason to lie to me. Like, dang, this is for real now. So, and then ever since then, I just been putting my nose down to the grind and making it a reality for myself.
No, I like that, bro. What happened? It's too high? It's covering my face. This sweet ass mustache. You see it? Better get a close up.
Show it. You're happy.
I'm brushing it.
There you go.
Jesus.
Now you-
But no, that's dope as fuck, bro. Because at that time, I mean, I remember when Chris Brown popped out. Everyone kept trying to call me that nigga, but it was all good.
I'm dead.
Yeah, it was rough, bro. It was the teeth. I think it's the teeth
Okay.
and the tan skin.
Okay.
That's all it was. I feel like that brown is that light skin. That was the light skin era when light skin niggas were like in style. You know, it was like
so you
no-
could sing a little bit too, though,
yeah.
right?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. At my talent show,
You was
I-
in B2K?
me?
Let
Nah.
me call Raz real quick.
You're talking. My cousin. You know what's funny? We used to call my cousin Fez. Right? That's a curly
not
hair one.
Fez. Yeah, I heard that a few times too.
He had the long hair one.
yeah.
He looked exactly like that nigga. It was fucking hilarious.
crazy.
B2K. I haven't heard that shit in forever.
Bump,
yo.
bump, bump. Hey,
Hey,
shout
that's
out.
crazy. But no, for my talent show, I actually sang Avant.
No kidding. What song?
I
love Avant.
fuck.
4 minutes, lie about
No,
us.
I'll tell you.
Graduated. That would make sense.
No. It was the most popular one.
Graduated.
No.
Man, okay. I like 4 minutes. That's my joint.
Avant was the
Separated.
shit, bro. I can't think.
Do you know?
Making Good Love.
Ooh, got your leg,
Yeah.
man.
Because I went to a real ratchet ass school, and we, like me and my boys, we had
I
like
know
a
they
whole
went
performance.
crazy, bro.
Yeah, it was lit.
Oh my gosh, I know the
We
girls
had the
like,
chairs
"Ah."
and shit.
No kidding, not
Yeah.
the chairs.
Yeah, I was like
Hell yeah.
14 giving lap dances and shit. I
That's
can't believe
dope.
that shit was even legal.
That's crazy.
That's it's funny even talking about that because I always talk about this shit. And there used to be back in South Florida, we used to have like the underage parties. Like the
Okay.
clubs would let 18 and under type shit. Like
yeah, 16 plus.
yeah, 16
Yeah, bro, I
plus.
used to go to tear
And
them
I was
joints
like,
up when
bro,
was a
I
kid.
need to find out a list of all the employees of these facilities
Mm-hmm.
who was watching all these 16-year-olds grind on each other. Like, bro,
Oh,
you're a
man.
pedophile. You should go to
Crazy.
jail. Just
Mhm.
standing around for 2 and 3 hours, just like, look at them kids grind and eat their sodas and chips. It's like,
No, we had bottle
fucking
service on my
sus.
16 plus.
Nah,
We were drinking that Captain Morgan 99 bananas and shit.
I mean, we were drinking before we walked in the bitch, for sure.
no, for sure in the parking lot.
But nah, them niggas would try us. You can only get soda and
Uh-huh.
chips. I was like, this is so crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
And it's funny because like the club that I used to go to was called Club Gemini, and it's actually the club that 2 Live Crew got arrested because bitches got naked while they did their first
Wow.
performance. Legendary, bro. Now that shit's not even there. It's like some
Dang.
random apartment building on Hollywood Boulevard in Dixie.
Wow.
Gone. Good times, bro. But that's dope that you fucking off the rip. You already like you knew what you wanted to do. Like R&B was your shit. I feel like a lot of artists have an issue fucking. They just like making music. Like they just make everything. Like look at fucking Lil Wayne. He made a punk rock
Wow,
album.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And like that's dope that you just kind of knew what you wanted to do and just stuck with it.
I mean, I like all music. Like I'll listen to some, I'll listen to some Garth Brooks or something, or Blake Shelton, and then I'll go even a Taylor Swift. I ain't even gonna lie. I think we sang Taylor Swift at karaoke a couple weeks ago. We was lit. I was in LA after a couple tequila shots. We was lit. But anyways, and then I'll go listen to some Meteor, some Black Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? Some Linkin Park. Stuff
yeah.
like that, and that get me going in the gym. But I like all type of stuff. I like hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I like pop, but mainly I make R&B music and pop. I don't make traditional R&B. I make like kind of like a Chris Brown R&B. Some contemporary and urban rhythmic. You know what I'm saying?
So that the song that you performed for us was that like
That's more of a rhythmic. Yeah. That's an R&B pop joint. Like when I talked to Teddy Riley, he said he definitely sounds like Chris Brown could sing that record, and I was like, well, too bad because I'm singing it. But no, shout out to Teddy Riley, respect.
But no,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
that's always been so has that kind of been always your sound, or you kind of like developed that throughout the years?
I definitely developed it throughout the years. I didn't really know what I wanted to do because coming out of a group, you know what I'm saying? I started solo I did that for like a year. Then I jumped into the group for a little bit, and I learned a lot about like stacking harmonies and studio recording with the guy
No,
guy
for
who's in
sure.
there. So I kind of like coming out of that back into solo artist. I started sounding like different people. So I sounded like on this verse, I'd sound like this guy, and then this verse, like it was crazy. So I had to break from that and find my oneness as a person again, and not rely on other people. And
Because
build
you also
that.
got to find your tone. Like
Yeah,
your
all
tune
that.
for a group. It's
Yeah,
different when you
true.
sing by yourself.
Yeah, man.
So
So
you got to find out where you fit in the harmonic like chart, I guess,
yeah,
or scale.
I had to relearn that. And shout out to my manager Juice. He had me in the studio day in and day out, man. And every time I like mess up a couple of times, he'd cut the stuff off and be like, "All right, we're coming back tomorrow." I'd be like, "No." Then he'd be like, "Oh, no, we're done." And then the next time I'll go, I'll make sure I get it right, so you don't cut off the equipment.
I feel like honestly, like even myself, I've been like I said, I was working on a song, and I realized you kind of almost got to finish that song that day because the vibe does change.
It does, yeah, for me for sure.
Because another thing is, I realized that I kind of fucked up on like, because the audio does kind of change too. You got to be careful because the mic just might pick it up a different sound. But I feel like when you make songs, you do kind of have an energy, and that energy won't last the next day. Like
Now
your
I will
voice and
say, I get that first verse and the hook done absolutely. Now if I'm like on the second verse, kind of I don't know about this, whatever, I might step away, go have some drinks or something, and change the energy on purpose,
Yeah.
so then I could recalibrate and then go
Yeah.
back and do it. So that works sometimes for me, but a lot of times I could just knock out the whole thing. I do like 3-4 songs at least a day when I go in the studio. I'm in there locked in. So
That's fire though.
yeah, that's
But-
minimum.
But I mean, you weren't that person off the rip.
Hell no.
No, hell no.
I was calling my friends like, "Hey, what do you think of this? Like, should I say this? Like, asking for lyrics over the phone." My manager took my phone from me and was like, "Bro, go sit in the hallway with a notepad and figure this shit out."
Yeah.
So
it
it's
has
like I
to be
worked
your
a
music
lot.
too.
Yeah, I worked very hard to do what I'm doing.
No, it isn't.
writing-wise.
That's another thing I
Yeah.
always argue with people too, bro. It's like, even though this was like, some people would say it's a God-given talent, it definitely takes practice, bro. Like
Mhm.
this, I mean, yeah, you were given that talent, yeah, you came upon it, but like you definitely have the hours in it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. He can only give you so much. You got to do something with it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, because
10,000 hours, or they said 10 years. I think I've done both twice.
yeah.
I'm coming up on 18 and a half years.
No, and it gets to a point that yeah, sure, you got God-given talent, but it's like, bro, at this point, it's like self-investment, like
Money,
a lot, yeah,
time,
yeah.
all that. Even discipline. You know what I'm saying? That's a
No,
big
for
thing,
sure, and then
consistency.
also like the fact of staying consistent when going through the hills of the valleys of the industry type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The like sometimes you're fucking popping, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're on like you're stuck. You know, like
that plateau ain't nothing pretty. Yeah, you got to just fight through it and just keep going and self-motivating, keeping good people, eating good, eating clean,
I
trying to
mean,
hit the gym, drink water, get in
Eating
the
is
sun.
the biggest part.
All that stuff matters.
Eating is the biggest part, but the most biggest part is the water you consume off rip. And I
Mhm.
feel like a lot of people, we kind of just forget it. We've been taught so like it's so much easier for us to not fucking like take in something than to take in something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead of being like, all right, fuck it, I need to eat something because you think you need to eat something, it's so much easier to be like, fuck it, I'll just starve right now. And go on with life, bro, because those like just that simple task of drinking shitty water or bad food would change your whole concept of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't even know it. Sometimes you're even fucking depressed because what you just ate. And you
eat
think
like
it's
a big old cheeseburger.
yeah. But then you're over here thinking that you're depressed because some bitch or some nigga ruined your life. And it's the
Right.
cheeseburger you ate.
Right. I'd be aware of that too. Ain't nothing like after a big value meal somewhere. Like, oh,
Even though
man,
R.
I'm
Kelly,
like
R.
just
Kelly
sad for
said he
no
made his
reason.
best songs with a Big Mac and a Coke. How
For
do you feel
real?
about that?
How much they paying for that?
I don't know. He was like, anytime I felt sad, I
Oh
just
my-
remember the simple times with my mama and I got myself a Big Mac and a Coke. And I
Hey,
always made a banger.
I'm gonna have to try that, man. Shout out
Hey.
to McDonald's.
He always made that chanting music.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, honestly, yo, shout out to R. Kelly. Even though that nigga did all that shit, he's one of the people I can't be like,
His
can't
music is
stop.
undeniable, for sure.
Undeniable, bro.
His
He was
music
an
is good.
innocent man while he was singing.
Right.
It was like 50 Cent. It's like when 50 Cent got charges, like 50 Cent went bankrupt. That wasn't fucking Curtis, whatever he calls himself. Curtis Jackson ain't broke. 50 Cent broke. So it's like I don't think it was R. Kelly that was doing that to the women. It was Robert Kelly.
Damn.
Nah, yo, R. Kelly was a G. Even Michael Jackson, bro. That's my dog.
Great artist.
I don't think he
Dope.
did none of that shit. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, bro. I mean, and I mean, those are fucking one of the greatest, like, greatest R&B people, bro. They just sabotaged them. You think that type of R&B will ever come back?
Man, it's hard to say, but I think it's a new time for R&B. There's a
You
lot
think-
of different trailblazers and people that's really putting into it. Like Troy Taylor in Atlanta is working with a lot of new people, and I see all the people that write and that's coming up. And it's not. I don't think it's ever going to be that same because that's one of a kind, you know. But I think there's definitely different variations and stuff that we all love and inspire and draw from, and I think it's going to be different variations of that, like remixes of that. But
So
it's
you
still
think-
dope. It's current, you know.
But
You
you
have to evolve.
still, but you think our R&B is on the come up?
Yeah, most definitely. Because hip hop is the hip hop. I love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little different now. Hip hop a little different now. You
think
know, we
hip-hop's
all know it.
dying?
It's just a little. I'm not gonna say it's dead. I don't think any music is dead. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you know, I
It's
think a
evolving.
lot of people are really leaning to R&B. People want to feel something. Like the world is it needs love. It needs vibes. It needs good feels. And I think
Like
that's
Ryan.
what it
Ryan
gives.
even said earlier, he's like, these low vibrational sounds. And it's true, man. I feel like
People
a lot
need that. They
a
want
lot
feel
of people
something.
are like chasing that feeling.
Yeah, so we're here to give it to them
Hey,
True.
we got to, bro.
right now. Get that.
It is. I mean, right before we even started talking, I was watching this video of how this fucking one vibrational like 400 hertz can make a
Mhm.
water drop into a square.
I'll be seeing that. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? And it's
Uh-huh.
just crazy, bro. These motherfuckers been like manipulating us with music for such a long time. I mean, hey, I was listening when my homeboy got shot. We were listening to the Get Ready to Die album every fucking day. So after that, I was like, I'm never listening to this shit again. I don't want to get shot in no fucking shenanigans.
You can literally manifest stuff through your music, though. When I met Andre Harrell, rest in peace to him, he's the guy who gave Diddy his first situation. He owned Upton Records, you know, if you're not familiar. But I asked him like a question. I was auditioning for like the 4 or something on Fox. I didn't make it, but I made a lot of connections that day, and they've helped me do other TV shows and stuff. But you know, he told me, he said, you can manifest through music, and because I said, he said, do you have any questions? He was just sitting back like real stone cold, like the craziest stone face I've ever. I was nervous as hell. I'm not gonna lie, I was like shaking, man. Like his aura was
You
crazy.
gonna shoot me, nigga?
No, he was serious. He meant business, you know. So I just said like, so what is some advice you could give artists, you know, coming up trying to make this happen and stuff? He said, just know your music is a tool and you can manifest through your music. He said, you know, I remember watching these rappers that had nothing and Heavy D and all these guys. He's like, I remember watching all these guys have nothing and rap and sing about girls, cars and stuff and literally manifest it through their music. He's like, so just remember anything you sing about, whatever. If you sing about heartbreak, you sing about money, you sing about this, you can manifest it. I literally went home and recorded a song that was called 10,000. And then I got in a car accident a year later and I had a settlement. The check was like $10,800. So it's like stuff like that is just a quinky dink. I think not. You know, it's just like,
no.
I mean, you can give power to whatever you believe. You could give it power, but like I believe in stuff like that.
Just
I
don't
think
make
music is a
song.
spiritual thing.
Oh no, 100%.
So,
Because you're
yeah.
also like,
Yeah.
music is one of those things that like it still vibrates. I like it. It's like a subconscious thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's not a conscious thing. So like, yeah, bro. I mean, look at this motherfucker here. Who shot you? Come on. Motherfucker died a little bit after that shit type shit. Like, I don't know, man. All that shit, like, I don't know. It's easy to manifest it because it's also music is chanting, bro. You know what I mean? Music is almost like spelling. It's very rhythmic, and the fact that like you say the same things over and over again, it's almost like, even like if you look at concerts, bro, it looks like a big fucking culture fest. Like it's
Right.
just people just moving at the same vibe. Now everyone becomes one organism. I mean, that's the same thing with religion, bro. Religion works because everyone praises the same energy.
That's right.
So you're moving forward to one thing.
Right.
So it's like, no, I get it, bro. I mean, music, I feel like you definitely got to be careful to it. That's why I find myself listening to the latest sounds of I don't even know what it is. Is that Brazilian music? What's it called? What is it? Yeah, bossa nova.
Okay.
And it's just sounds. And there's a
Okay.
lot of natural sounds too that I like about it.
Uh-huh.
Cause I guess motherfuckers like I guess before booths, people were making songs outside in Brazil, and you would hear the birds and all the fucking animals.
That's hard.
It's like old school Jamaican songs. You like the real roots songs. You will always hear like the sounds of the back. So yeah, so bossa nova is very chill. It's like a fucking jazzy, like Brazilian fucking thing. But yeah, man,
sure.
music. We definitely need. I'm glad that R&B is back, man. I mean,
For sure.
or it's coming back. I mean, I used to be the nigga that sold all the like. I used to sell CDs, but I sold R&B CDs
Mixtapes.
all day, all day, bro. It's funny because I found my binder of all my
The bottom
CDs
with the CDs.
with all my CDs, and there's so many
Uh-huh.
fucking R&B CDs, like so many of them. But that was my shit. That was literally
What's
my
your like
shit.
top 3? I know it's your interview. My bad.
Um,
What's your top 3 albums that you had R&B?
oh, I was a big Jagged Edge guy
Okay.
all day.
Uh-huh.
Boys to Men.
Facts.
Oh, but honestly, my all time favorite, because I'm from New York, bro. So 112
Okay.
all fucking day,
Okay.
all fucking day. Like I
Uh-huh.
know some of their songs word by word. You know what I mean? So it's like
Mhm.
and like I said, bro, I used to sing for fun and shit. I used to like sing for my cousins and my sister and all that shit, my parents. But I never took it serious. The thing is about me is like I don't think I can sing, but I know about harmony and I know about sound. So like, yeah, so I understand it. So people just freak out because a lot of people don't know how to fucking drop tones and like vibrate their voice. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that to me doesn't mean I can sing. Cause I grew up from an era when like there was no auto tune, no nothing.
Right.
Niggas sung.
Yeah, you had to sing.
Like people knew how to sing.
Well, you had to sing.
So like, yeah, so
Right.
exactly. So to me to be like, yo, can you sing? I'm like, no, nigga, I can't sing. Fucking Prince can sing. I can't sing, you know. Michael Jackson can sing,
Right.
you know. Even
Mhm.
when he was a little boy,
Oh,
that
yeah.
motherfucker would kill it. Like one of my favorite songs was was this is the name? I think it was called Stan. No, the one that he talks about a friend. It's about a friend that didn't have a friend or something.
You talking about
Hold on. No.
you're not talking about Man in the Mirror.
No.
Hmm.
Fuck, what's that name? That song is so good because it's
It's on the Off the Wall or Thriller album.
no, it's when he was part of the Jackson 5.
Oh.
I think it's called Ben. Yeah, Ben.
Put the Apple Music on.
No, you know the song. Look, I don't know why I should be plugged into here.
Okay, yeah.
Bro, classic.
Man, for real.
And that's nothing, bro. That's
Right.
all his raw voice. Like that nigga, like we've had people perform here this one time, and I remember he got mad at Kiko. This guy's a singer and he's a musician. He's like, no, Kiko, you can't have me on the show sounding like this, Bobby. And I was like, bro, like, let's be real. That's your fucking voice. Like, that's not my fucking problem. I was like, no, man. I can't. I'm good. And I kept cracking up because he was like, we got to do another take. Yeah, and he's like, no, I'm gonna come back with my equipment and we're gonna do it like this. Then he comes back with his equipment. Bro, it was the same shit. He's like, no, you can't have my voice sound like this. He's like, you're gonna send me the song and I'm gonna edit it. And I was like, come on, bro. So then when someone asked me like, yo, can you sing? I was like, no, nigga, I can't sing. Like, these niggas can sing. I'm not, it's like you said, bro, I'm not gonna do something if I'm not really good at it, you know?
Right.
So like, shit, I'll rap. I'll do some of that shit, but yeah, I let the singing for the real people like you, bro. That's all you.
Appreciate it.
People that know it and been in it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So like, what's some artists that like inspire you that keeps you wanting to keep making this shit?
I mean, Chris Brown, man, is on the top of his game right now. You know what I'm saying? And he's like a machine. He just dropped an album recently. Now he's hey buddy, what you doing? This is my sidekick. So, you know, he's on a world tour right now. You know, the 1111 album. I got a lot of friends that wrote on that album. Shout out to them. And he's still just he's literally going off the stage, hitting the after party, getting his bag, and then going and recording in the tour bus, recording in his hotel room, working on another album right now. He's about to drop. And it's like, dude, this man just dropped a mega crazy album, and he's like, just the work ethic is just insane. Yeah, I mean, yeah, on the deluxe album, I think there's like 30 something, and then he did that Heartbreak on a Full Moon has like 45. And I'm like, man, and every song is a banger. It's vibes. Like, I think he said he's recorded 8,000 songs in his in one of his podcast interviews he's done with like Tank and them. He said he's done like 8,000, 9,000. I'm like, I thought I was a bad dude doing 2,500. I'm about almost 3,000 songs. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, because like he said, it's like half songs and stuff like that too. So that's about me too. But I'm like, dang, he did 8. But I'm like, that just shows like where you gotta be. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of work ethic. I'm like a third of what he's doing. So maybe that's why a third of the success. You know what I mean? So it's like definitely Chris for sure. No one's dancing or performing better than him right now. That's for hands down.
Oh no, so I don't even think people like care about the choreography like that no more. Like he does.
I'm telling you, man, you don't got to really. People don't want too much. They just want you to see good songs, some lights, and and all that. But I mean, I still believe in giving them a good show and stuff too. But Chris, for sure, number one. I'll say I still like Timberlake. I just saw him in concert on June 10th in Atlanta.
That was dope that he even came back.
Yeah, it was cool, and they're actually putting together In Sync again. I'm like, hopefully it works good for them. But people love Timberlake in my area. I'm 30. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Justified was my favorite album of all time. You know what I'm saying? Besides Thriller, But so him, and then I'm a big fan of like of Tank. You know what I'm saying? Like Maybe I Deserve, like you said, Avant, Joe Thomas, like Donald Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the real guys. Like I don't make music like them, but I definitely feel like the performance and like understand what it is to be a vocalist. But then, I make music that's a little bit dumbed down and kind of in a pocket. I found my little groove of what works for me. But I could sing for real. If you want to unplug the mic, you know what I'm saying? Pull out the aux and just let me go crazy. I could do that. There's nothing.
That's fire, bro. So. See, that's why I leave it to you.
Yeah.
Cool. I ain't out here like that. That's.
Hey man, I mean, you gotta sing like that now, dude. No, really, you don't. I just like to.
I mean, we just heard Ryan mixing earlier. You don't have to do a lot of shit.
Just throw the auto-tune on there and bury it as some reverb, but compressor, you'll be good.
Double it up over and over again until you can't hear yourself.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But nah, man. Fucking besides that, like, so what's some of the projects you have going on? What's the next song that you got to get to your 3,000?
Okay. Well, the song that I've been pushing this song for probably like 3 years going on, almost 4 now. Okay. It's called True. I performed it on Revolt TV. It's been played on the radio. I've got hundreds and hundreds of radio spins on that record, but I never put a bag behind it. So that's what I'm currently getting ready to drop a nice little marketing budget behind it. And I'm going to go to New York. I'm going the first week of September with my guy. We got a meeting with Warner Brothers. We're going to go sit down with Billboard magazine. We're going to sit down with Vibe magazine, All Hip Hop, Fox, go to the Sirius XM, and just Complex, title. Like there's a whole list. So we're doing the press run, like, because New York is the #1 marketing agency city in the world. So that's
for music.
For marketing in general, fashion market. It's like that's why everybody goes to New York to do those press runs, and that's something that took me years to figure out where to go because everybody's selling a package or trying to scam the next guy for $500 or something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I figured out where to go to and what to do, and I'm gonna execute. And then from there, the plan is to probably get at radio, major radio, and just really make a push. And that's just what I'm focused on right now. I'm like getting in the gym heavy, trying to get myself together. Just eating clean, staying prayed up, keeping the good people close to me and the other people over there. So that's just the next stuff I'm working on. So True is out now. Gabe Lustman. True. Make sure you get that. I heard you got a new man. I hope it isn't true. Get into the money, see the stars in the roof. Yeah, so that's True. Yeah. Make sure you get that. Stream it on Apple, Spotify. We're playlisting it. Numbers, I think they're at 500,000 now. So just working on getting those numbers up. So I need y'all to subscribe, support, share. And then I got an album out. It's called Hard to Love. So make sure you get that as well. That's a 7-song EP that I just released last fall. So I'm still pushing that, and True is on that as well.
So talking about numbers, how do you even keep up? How many like stuff you even put out?
Man, I just have everything organized. I have like
'Cause that's a
certain
lot.
apps, you know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
like I have certain apps that I mean they got apps. They've got BMI, you know, like with your performing rights organization, your pro for
Yeah.
writers and stuff. So I register all my songs, copyright them, and take care of my business so I can get paid because it's a business. You gotta get paid to treat it like a business to get paid, right? So I just take care of all that, and then I just let them fly, and then I do the marketing on them. Like I do a little bit more money in this one than others, and you know what I'm saying. You kind of have your favorites and what you kind of see what the people like, and run ads on stuff. And there's a whole little sauce to it. And then when you figure out what people like, then that's the one you go with. You know what I'm saying? People love my song True. People love the song Meet Up. So those are the two records that have gotten the most radio spins, the most requests, the most streams. Stuff like that, and like the reaction of the crowd too when I sing it in front of thousands of people is like they love it. So like you just got to know what people like and give it to them.
It's kind of crazy that like you talking about numbers. I wonder if like do artists even know like how many pieces they produce?
As far as how many
Like,
records or how
yeah,
many?
like you know,
Well, I
how
think
many
you black
songs.
out. I don't count anymore. I just what I do is I was just telling one of my friends about this the other day, like because I record my own stuff. I have my own studio and stuff. Artists invest in your own studio, so you
Oh,
don't got to
for
pay
sure.
people and wait on the next guy.
Oh no,
Go
I
get you a
think
little microphone.
I
and a
think
little
Russ
something.
kind of dropped the sauce on that. He
Yeah,
was
for
like,
real,
bro,
bro.
invest in yourself, bro.
Yeah,
There's no
man.
reason why you should be going to someone all day and all that.
Nah, and then to be like, oh, bro, I can't
Wait,
make
yeah.
it or my Uber, like all this crap.
And the amount of money you
none of
spend
that.
too on all that, like you should learn
Yeah.
a little bit on the craft.
Man,
But
yeah. But yeah, I mean, what I do now is I save all my sessions in a folder. Like I'll do a 2024 folder for instance, and every month I make a folder and I make sure I save each session in that monthly folder. So then at the end of the month, it's a max. So I could just click
Yeah,
on the thing and it tells me how many songs. I think like my craziest run that I've done lately was like October of last year. I did 86 songs in the month of October.
dude,
And
that's
then like
sick.
every month this year so far, I've done at least an album, at least 10.
That's dope.
So I mean, that's how you count, and then you got to just stay on yourself.
Like I don't
to
even know
produce.
how many pieces of art I've created in my life. That's such a crazy thing to think of. Because like I've always talked about like Salvador Dali. That motherfucker has more. He's like one of the highest like piece artists ever, and he has like that 10,000 pieces of art.
That's crazy.
That's
10,000
insane.
is crazy.
There's like 10,000 actual objects that he's touched that's roaming around the world right now.
Wow.
Like in this room, I don't know. I probably have like 100 pieces, but like it's just weird to even think of. Like I don't know. I've definitely done, especially tattoo wise, I've done more than 2,000 tattoos.
Dang.
Like easily. So like painting wise, I can only imagine, bro, because you gotta think about the drawings that I did as a kid that I would give to people.
Right.
So like talking about like Chris Brown got 8,000 songs, bro. It's fucking nuts.
That's crazy.
And you're over here in October. I made 80 songs, and I'm like,
86,
what?
Yeah. I just counted before I came out here to Miami. You know, I was just talking to one of my friends in the studio, and I was like, "See, this is how I do this." And I was like, "Let me see when's the most I made in the last year." And then it was October. I was like 86. I was like, "Man, I was slacking this month. I only made 12."
Damn.
You know,
I'm over here bragging about 30 songs that I wrote since I was 16.
I mean, that's what you do. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah,
you know.
feels you. So, what's some people you really want to work with?
Chris Brown, of course. There's like producers I really want to work. I'm working with a couple people that I really like working with. There's a guy named Ghost the Kid. He just did Usher Good. He did Stone Cold Freak and A-Town Girl on Usher album. So shout out to Ghost the Kid.
Usher's
Working
a
with
legend,
him.
Bro.
Facts, man. I definitely want to work with him. Want to do some writing. That's my favorite
Hey.
song. Nice and slow.
Classic.
So hell yeah. And then I definitely want to do some work with Eric Bellinger. You know what I'm saying? He's a writer I really admire. And I met him one time, but I just haven't gotten a chance to get back around him. But everybody, it's like 3 degrees, man. Everybody I know working with him, so it's a matter of time.
Hey.
So him, and then
I like that you even mentioned that 3 degrees,
man. Type shit,
yeah.
So pretty much those two guys are like the mains, man. And then of course Kalani, boy. I swear to God, if I get Kalani on a record, I'm gonna marry her and get a feature. You know what I'm saying? That's
hey.
I feel like, I should have thought of that, man. I would have met her. You know what I'm saying? With the Jordan dude. That's my song though. Fuck with it.
Anything's possible. I mean, look, that boy, what's his name? Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow, yeah.
He joked around in the song, said he wanted to get this one chick, that girl, what's her name?
I can imagine.
Everyone knows that fucking popular ass singing tall white girl. Not Taylor Swift. That's another dark hair English chick.
Katy Perry.
No, not Katy Perry. Jack Harlow. The girl. He made a song about this girl, and then that was it. And look at that one guy that put.
You talking about?
Yeah.
Oh
Lipa.
yeah.
Lipa, whatever.
And then what's the name?
And then-
Gotti said about Angela Simmons, boy.
He got her? Shut up.
Yeah. He
Damn.
got her.
And then look at that other
Uh-huh.
nigga that made that one with that Colombian girl from Bogota. She's fucking pregnant now
Man, I
by
just need to
him.
go home and
by
make a
Don.
song
By
ASAP.
Don. What's his name? Don whatever. Don whatever. You're just playing his song.
Tolliver.
Yeah, he got that one girl. Made one song with her and got that bitch pregnant. Yeah, Kalauchi.
Make a song called Christina Aguilera.
Hey.
Well, Gucci
she's-
did that. He didn't get no Christina Aguilera though.
Yeah.
He's
But
like
Gucci,
Christina
but,
Aguilera.
but that's when Gucci was a real Gucci, and I don't think Christina was ready for a nigga like
I
that.
think she was though. She was
I
fucking with
know.
him.
Yeah.
Eminem.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm
Eminem,
saying?
I don't know. I don't know.
She wasn't
I
ready.
think
She wasn't
I
ready.
think Christina will fuck with the new Gucci, but old Gucci,
Hey,
that's too
turn
hood.
up. I
That
think he
nigga
a
got
good life,
lemon
though,
head
you know?
juices on his stomach. Nigga has sticky belly all the time, just eating and
Shout out to
fucking
Goo
smoking.
Wop.
Hey, hey, that's fucking great. So
Yep.
what's one of your? So what's we're over here sidetracking, talk about Gucci Man's belly and shit.
Turn up.
Hey,
Right.
shout out to Gucci though. I love his
For real.
interview when that nigga shot those motherfuckers. Like, so what happens? Like, they ran into my house and shot, and the lawyer's like, nigga, this is live television. But so what's some of your favorite cities to
Favorite
perform at?
cities, man.
Which cities you feel like really fuck with you?
Oh, okay. That's different than where I like to perform. But Dallas. Dallas is definitely one of them. Randomly. I'd say Atlanta definitely number one. Anytime I perform, I've got people out there in the crowd, familiar faces, stuff like that. I would say those two to start, and then of course like the hometown where I grew up. If I do something, people show love, and I have a lot of support.
Like back in St. Louis?
Minneapolis.
Or Minneapolis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would say those three. Now I like to perform in Miami. I got a show coming up on September 30th. Y'all gonna have to come out. They're doing like a yacht party for this billboard company who doing my upcoming billboard campaign, like the billboards, like the the actual physical ones.
Yeah.
But they're getting ready to do some stuff. Shout out to Billboard Inc. They're getting ready to do like wraps of yachts and stuff of their stuff, and then just sell the space like with the digital stuff. They're doing like a dinner and all that. So
That's
I'll be
dope.
performing on. I actually got booked today to do that. So
Dope.
every single
Hell
day I
yeah,
say, I got to
congrats.
do one thing for my music, like book a show, book an interview, make a song, do something every single day, do one thing. And then one day a week, I just sleep all day and Uber Eats and Netflix and chill.
No, but
You
you're
know?
allowed to do that, bro.
Yeah, got to recharge.
You
That
got
one
to,
day.
bro. You
Yeah.
got to.
Mhm.
I be on that vibe, but then I be feeling guilty sometimes. Me and my cousin were even talking about that shit. Like, for me to relax, I gotta leave. I gotta leave where I'm at.
Travel.
I just gotta get the fuck out of here because there's always something to do
Right.
while I'm here.
Uh-huh.
It's just rough, man. It's a rough life, but it ain't easy being an artist. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a sacrifice, man. And you got to move different. And
It's a mental sacrifice.
yeah, man, I could have had a family and kids by now and all that stuff. And I think about that sometimes, but I see my friends divorcing and baby mamas and stuff. I'm like, nah, I did good.
Hey, man.
I'm like, nah, I ain't got nothing. I'm cool, baby. I'm free.
Nah, it's the truth, man.
And then
It's
I'm over
fucking-
here. I heard you got a new man. That was true, man. I don't got my heart broke one time.
One time.
One time for the two time.
So, how do you find your music inspiration? Is it past? Is it current? Or is it like you kind of just run the same kind of?
Well, a funny thing is, it's kind of real simpy, but I'm just gonna admit it, because we're candid. So, I used to like get in relationships with women and try to cause problems and drama, so I had stuff to write about.
Sick.
Because I would be a sick, twisted dude, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, doing that shit, and I ruined a lot of good relationships and ran off a lot of good women doing that. But thank you guys for the songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did that. And then I realized like, no, I don't want to live this way no more, man. This is tough. So then I just
I
like
can't
started
be a heartbreaker no more.
yeah, so then I just dug deep. I dug deep. And I was like, okay, I gotta actually like write about stuff, and I don't gotta put myself through this stuff to actually write about it.
Yeah.
So then I did it, and then I just started watching things around me, and my life got a lot easier after that.
I
But
believe it.
yeah, so I did, you know,
Because I feel
basically
like
like
that's a
that.
big misconception too for like
Mhm.
music. People always think that you're writing about yourself,
Yeah,
and it's like you can make up stories. Like it's like
yeah.
comedians. It's like the comedian that says that, yeah, so this was one guy that I like. He always does this weird ass comedy that he's like, yeah, so I was talking to my sister and she was telling me that she was thinking about getting pregnant
Mm,
to keep her relationship strong and working out. And I told her like, no, I don't want to be the father of your child.
mm.
And it was like a dark joke. It was like he
Dang.
made it seem like he was like talking about another guy, but it was like actually him. But of course, he's
Right.
not sleeping with his sister.
Hopefully
You know what I
not.
mean? I hope not.
Let's
I mean,
hope
he's a
not.
weird fucking cheesy ass white guy, so
Oh Lord.
it's possible. But either way, the point is like even Jerry Seinfeld says is like
Dope.
none of your
That joke.
stories should be real. You just got to make us believe it's real.
Facts.
And I
That's
feel like
true.
music the same way is like there's no way all these rappers too are talking about fucking real murders all the fucking time. That'd be fucking outrageous. The motherfuckers be ran up the walls all day, you know? And shout out to the new laws that, you know, you can actually talk about your murder in your song. You can't be incarcerated anymore. One time for the rap community. Cause that shit was getting hectic. All my favorite rappers are getting arrested. Boozy,
Mm.
you know? That shit was fucked up. I mean, shout out L. One time for again, Jamaican independence and Vibe Cartels is free. You know, talking about niggas that are free now. But yeah, man, it's just dope that like again, like I said, a lot of people get lost into the fact that they think a lot of this music is real, and it is storytelling. It can
Right.
as easy as that.
Right.
Like even the song that you just performed was that
That was real.
yeah, that was a real one.
Yeah. I lost a good one, and I was in my feelings, and it was during COVID and stuff like that. I flew to Minnesota, and I was in my buddy's house. Like they had shut down everything, and the flight was like $12, dude. Like I did fly Spirit. You know what I'm saying?
$12.
I ain't gonna lie. I jumped on Spirit Airlines. I barely made it there. They said fly Spirit, become a Spirit. Shout out to Spirit. I am brand bashing. I love Spirit Airlines. They're great. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the flight was like $12. I think it was like 16 with tax. I think I paid more in the Uber to get to the airport than it was. So then I get there and I started flying and all these like producers and girls and stuff from all over the country. I'm like,
Yeah.
you ain't scared of that COVID stuff, are you? All right, come on, I got you. And I'm like, they're like, you gonna fly me out? I was like, yeah, man. I had $100. I flew out 5 people, bro. I was lit.
That was sick.
Man, it was crazy. This lady had. I remember this one lady. I was flying.
COVID was great for traveling.
Man, I'm telling you, I traveled the most. I
Bro.
spent $125, bro. And I went all
I
over
went
the
to
United
Greece
States
and Hawaii in 1 year.
for $55.
Dude, I went to Hawaii for $200.
Sheesh.
And I went to Greece for like
That is
$400.
dope. That's dope. I didn't even think of leaving the country. I should.
Bro, I was balling so much at COVID that I would leave people at airports to go meet up with other people.
Dang, bro. You
Yeah,
lit.
it's crazy. I was, you know what? Fuck this bitch.
That's crazy. But no, yeah, I did true.
Shout out to Spirit though.
Yeah. Want to get away? No, that's the other one. No, but we did. But I just did that joint in there. Shout out to my boy Major 88 Keys. He wrote on the second verse and sang on the record because we drank so much the night before that. Like after I recorded, we got lit, and then my voice was hoarse like in the morning.
You
I
don't
was
feel like
I
drinking
couldn't-
fucks up your
It
singing?
does. Yeah, you shouldn't drink and sing, but like you know, you can drink it right, but drinking and singing, you know. But you know, so I had him help me sing the last hook, like he sang the backgrounds and stuff, and he got his little percentage. I know he's gonna be excited when he see how this joint about to pop out. But true, out now. Make sure y'all get it. Heart of Love album. You know,
So
Gay
what's
Blessing.
what's your favorite one of your favorite spots to perform in Atlanta?
Favorite spots? I really enjoy Sweet Auburn Festival. Like I do a lot of music festivals there, and they always I've been performing there the last 10 years. Like they always
Oh, that's
have
dope.
had me there. Yeah. So and it's always like I think they attract 200,000 people throughout the weekend. There's always 10, 20,000 people like out there, and they have the big stage. V103 sponsors it. Greg Street's out there. Shout out to him. And it's nuts. And the people is all family friendly, so it's like a very diverse crowd. And you know, I'm tapped in with them very heavy. So like I always go there and they give me a good slot, pay me right, treat me right, and that's why I love that spot. It's dope.
You
It's
ever
great.
thought of ever doing like venues like
Like my own show?
yeah?
Yeah, I definitely thought about doing that. I
I
was
feel like
thinking
that's
about,
such an old school thing.
well, you know, you could still do that. I mean, like that's just you just have to have the fans to show up and sell your tickets. and that's once you do that and you show that you could pack venues yourself, and you could do this and this, you're gonna attract situations and invest like all
Imagine
types of
having
different
like yourself, like a dope ass like well-known steakhouse, and then you're performing there, and everyone's like really chilling, and there's a performance.
That's hard.
Like some old school shit. Like
Yeah, I've done some stuff like that. They did there's a guy named John that owned a Cafe 290. It's called, and Gladys Knight is a partial owner of that too. So it's like a jazz club, and they do like live band karaoke. That was the first
That's
place I
dope.
performed when I went to Atlanta when I moved there in 2012. And I just remember singing nice and slow. I forgot the words. I was nervous and stuff. My manager like, go up there and sing, and I was like, I didn't even know where we were. I was in like a all H&M outfit. I think I paid $20 for that joint. No brand, nothing. There was a no name pants and stuff. I walked up there, I sang and stuff, and then I remember like a couple people just started throwing ones on me, and I was like, dang, they throwing ones. I was like, I didn't know how to feel. I was like, am I a stripper or
am I gonna dance now?
Yeah, I didn't know if I
too?
should dance or keep singing. But no, shout out to them, and I got it on my YouTube. It's YouTube / Gabe Singing with no G at the end. Gabe Singing, if you want to check it out. But it was really magical, and then they just threw like a couple $100 worth of ones, and that was like a feeling like I was initiated into Atlanta. I was accepted. I was like, I got the ones. I was like Magic City time. You know what I'm saying? I was lit.
Yeah. No,
So,
I've always
it's
thought
dope.
about that shit because I love that like those eras. And it's like you never have like nice restaurants and like have like some Frank Sinatra type of performance.
Yeah, they
and,
got
like,
them. They got a little joint. You just got to know where to go. They few and far between. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got to
Like-
pass a couple strip clubs to get there and some tug and rubs.
For real.
right around the corner from there. You just back in the back. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Right.
So when you when's your project dropping? When you
So the next thing I have is a song called "Don't Leave." It's an Afrobeat song,
dope,
and I just sent it out for distribution, so it should be out in the next week.
dope.
You know, it's gonna be on Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff. I shot a video. Shout out to my boy Harley Castro. I was out in LA, and then I went to we shot with a TV show with HBO like last week, and then I went over there and kind of did a spiritual retreat. We were hiking and stuff, and he said, "Man, let me get the drone out." I was in Portland, Oregon, or Eugene, Oregon, actually. And so what I did was we just went to this field, and the sun was going down, and it was like a don't leave. It's like an Afrobeat joint. So it was like I was going through the field, the sun was going down, and had the drone shots. It was pretty dope. It was like it was a pick up and go video. So those always are the ones that like, I mean, true. I spent probably $300 on that video. And I had the homie pull up with the R8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We went to the dollar store and got some candles.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? And some like cheap flowers and lit them
This-
bitches on fire and hung them upside down, almost burned down this place at this warehouse. And it started raining, thank God, because like everything started catching on fire. And I was like, oh my gosh, we don't have permits. Like, we got to go. You know what I'm saying? And it started raining. Like, if we hear the news, like this place burned down. We know what happened tomorrow. So, but it was crazy. But shout out to High Def shooting and illustrating that for me. And Mike's Move helped me direct the video. It was pretty cool, man. And it's just a vibe, man. I love what I do, and I hope the people do too. You know what I'm saying?
So and then I know you originally say you're from Atlanta. So how often do you come down this way?
Yeah, originally grew up in Minneapolis,
yeah.
but I've been in Atlanta for 10 years. I come down to Miami often, you know, depending when I have business. I have some producers down here I've done sessions with and worked with, and I'm tied into Miami a little bit. So I hope to be back soon. I know, like I said, September 30th, I have a show. So I'll be posting, follow the socials and stuff, or tickets. It's like a dinner party. It'll be like an exclusive thing. So you got to come to that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm down, dude.
So
Shoot us the info.
on the drip, man. Come on out. on the
We be
boat.
going out. We be going out sometimes. We be stepping out the whole crew, the whole
Yeah.
talk about crew.
Y'all gonna have to take me out then. Return a favor after I take you out.
Hey,
We have to go out. We have to do it.
But my going outs are more. When I invite people out, it's like Florida out.
What is that?
We do outdoor things.
Okay.
Like,
As long as no alligators are involved with
Ah,
sharks.
here we
bro, you know
go.
what I'm saying?
You just said it. You
Did
ruined
did I
it.
do it, bro? Is that the no?
Damn, that nigga said no alligators though. It's like, damn, that's the first thing we do.
Oh, alligator riding? We gotta
Yeah,
catch
we-
an alligator?
We ride alligators and see who gets to the sun the fastest.
That's crazy.
Who gets to the sunset first?
Oh, wow. This is ride to the death.
Nah, but I mean,
Wow.
I'm more of a when I go out, dude. It's like I like doing like, go diving and go like out in the ocean type
Sharks,
shit.
bro.
Like,
Sharks.
sharks are
Oh,
dope.
no.
They're
And
dope.
listen, I had got bit by a brown recluse spider last year. I ended up in
Shut the fuck
People,
up.
I
Where?
was in People magazine, all type of CBS
Where?
called me. It was so crazy. I don't know where I was when it happened. Everybody asked
No,
me
but
that.
what part did it bite?
I bit me on my leg, and there's no like crazy mark or
Damage?
nothing. I didn't get necrosis, thank God. But I was in the hospital for 5 days, and I couldn't walk.
Wow.
It was absolutely crazy, and I didn't know because I didn't know what it was. You don't feel them bites and stuff. So
they're
like now
smaller
I think
than a dime.
I'm not gonna try God. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then
They're smaller
and then,
than a dime.
yeah, and then I had like a heart attack like a couple years before that. So I'm like, I'm like 2 for 2. I'm like, I don't want to go for a third one. Like I'm jumping in the ocean, jumping out of a plane. I don't know.
I'm 100
I'm on Instagram, bro. For you, I'll be your Instagram guy from the boat.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm on 100 on 100.
Ooh,
Hey, I'm on that.
Yeah.
That's the type of white nigga I want to be type shit.
I'm dead.
You know?
White boy activities
Yeah,
for sure.
all day, bro.
You know I'm
Fuck.
Latin. You know Honduras and Spain.
No,
So.
but hey, I be on that white people activities.
Hey,
It's
I'm
all
gonna
right.
I'm gonna be on there with some baddies with some champagne. I'm gonna let you. Hey, if he makes it back, bro, I got a drink for you.
Hey, bro, I be betting on myself. Shit, I've had situations that I've even been pulled over by officers on a boat. Like, you're gonna take that on the ocean? And like, yeah, it's like if you come back, we won't give you a ticket. And I was all right, run it, nigga. And I be on there on a John boat with a 15 horsepower engine, just taking the seas. Down.
Dang.
Yeah, with fish and everything. Be like, gotcha, motherfucker. But
no, they say if you come into like a shark or whatever, you just gotta punch him in the nose or the gill or something.
Not even. Just
Either
chill.
that or I'm like, I feel like if I punch you, ever seen the dude with the like the trying to strangle somebody with a knife and then he end up in heaven? I'm like, I feel like you punch and then you gonna come back and have no arm.
No.
I don't know.
Honestly, like all my situations with shit like that is you just chill, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, they're more.
I'll take your word for it.
They're more predictable than some like random nigga in the alley. You know what I mean?
No, that's what they say too. You're more likely to die in a car crash than like on a plane or something.
Because
like
then
that.
you let the shark come by. He comes by. He checks you out. Like he's gonna open his mouth if he's gonna bite you. So you got some time. It's like a dog. Like I don't know.
I think I watched too many movies.
No, it is. But that's what they do. They do it for that.
Okay.
I feel like all that fucking all of it, bro. There's. They have to put some sort of fear in you. I don't fucking know, bro. It's fucking
I'm not
weird.
gonna mess with them. Yeah, I'm gonna be on the yacht with the girls and some champagne. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the ladies in the back.
I'll be out here praying for turtles and whales. Like, oh, please, I hope I see something out here. Ooh. Bro, I've seen turtles the size of this carpet, bigger.
Dang.
I've seen whales bigger than this whole warehouse.
They're magical, I heard.
They are, bro. All them animals are crazy. I always think about how the fuck, like, why are people so disconnected from animals nowadays?
Yeah.
Like, why we used to be.
Not me. I got him at the hip. I'm connected.
Hey, Nar came with the dress code. He knew the dress code. He came in all black.
He's just making me look good. You know what they say? If the animals like you, then you got good vibes.
Oh no, all day, bro. So, I believe in that shit heavy. All day. Fucking yeah, man. Animals, like, to me, they're like kids, bro. They fucking they show no lies. I
think honestly, I could say I want, but the air conditioner right there. So maybe that's what it is.
Oh no, you got him. Yeah, you got it. You're right. Damn, you called him out. Noir's always hot too.
It's all good, bro.
So when you do with all your work, do you always like work with the same people, or you like working with new people all the time?
You know, that's a good question, man. I have my favorites that I like working with, and if I'm a dry spell or like I'm catching a writer block or something here and there, which is very rare, but when I do, I'll go to my favorite producers. I got Sean Ski, I got Kaida, I got Twisted Genius, Pooh You a Fool, like these guys. So like I'll call them or Mr. Hanky, hey man, send me a pack, you know what I'm saying? And we'll be working on some stuff and that'll help me get out of that funk.
But you don't be on no ghostwriting shit.
I do. I've recently started writing and I had a couple demos hit Chris Brown's hands. But
no, you ghostwrite. Do you sometimes get ideas from ghostwriters?
I mean, what do you mean? Like,
because I know there's two. I know people go like
write for people.
Yeah,
I like demo and
yeah.
I do.
But
that.
No, do you sometimes get inspiration from other ghostwriters?
Yeah, I mean, of course. Like I don't typically like to work with too many people
because a ghostwriter can be your homeboy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely
just has a bad name.
Collaborate here and there, but a lot of times I work better on my own.
Okay.
Because I feel like people slow me down a lot when I try to work with somebody, or that we're just not on the same wavelength. You know, some people are meant to work with people, and some people just aren't team players.
No, for
like
sure.
That's me. I'm not a team player. I'm my team. You know what I'm saying? So and I can get it done. So like I'd rather just, people be like, hey, you should say this. I'd be like, bro, I got this. Like, just hold on, bro. Like,
Let it build up.
Yeah, in the studio, no, not unless you called upon, bro. You know what I'm saying? But for real, bro, hold on. It'd be the girls. It'd be after a couple of tequila shots. You should say, hey, and start singing in the background. Like Troy Taylor, one of my favorite producers. He has a list of things in his studio. It says, do not leave the room. If you leave, don't come back in. It says, please raise your hand before your call. Do not hum harmonies in the background.
Tell your bitches not to speak.
Bro, shh. Here's an iPad.
No. Hey, that's hilarious.
The iPad is crazy.
That's
no
fucking
like,
crazy.
Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
An iPad.
And some headphones.
You get 2 hours screen time. Shut the fuck up. We're about to leave.
No, I mean, no, but typically to answer your question, I do get inspiration from other writers if we're scheduled to be there together.
Okay.
And then, I have some writers that I've just started working with, and they definitely, you can't do it all yourself all the time.
No, for sure. And I feel like that whole ghostwriter name has such like a nasty stigma. Like, bro, ghostwriters can be like us sitting in a room and I just give you a couple verses to like finish it off.
Yeah,
but it's not like,
I mean, I take back a little bit of I don't work with nobody. I mean, I will. Like typically 90% of the time I'll do by myself. But then like on my last album, I had Ursula Yancey write 2 records on their Facade and oh my gosh, I'm not forgetting my own song. Am I? Hard to Love, the title track. And shout out to her. She wrote Skin by Rihanna. She wrote stuff for like man, I'm talking about she got hits. But that's the first one that came to mind. Skin by Rihanna, sexy song. I love you, Ursula. Thank you. So shout out to her. And and then I wrote pretty much the rest of the album. I had Major 80 Keys wrote a verse on True, and pretty much I did the rest of it myself. So, I like my sound, but it's nice to work with other people because they'll give you a little bit of different sound and bring something out of you that's different. So if you're writing an album, you don't want to use the same producer on everything.
For sure.
It's good to like change the dynamics up. But typically, like I said, I like to just get in there, black out, go crazy, and do 100 songs in a month, and then pick out 5 of my favorite ones, and then do another 100 next month, and then I got my album. Like I scrapped that Hard to Love album like 3 or 4 times, man, over a year. So.
I need to start doing just random paintings now.
Yeah, just go crazy, and like if you're angry, paint. If you're sad, paint. If you're happy, if you're horny. After you take care of your business, whatever.
Genius.
Do it all. And you're going to get the different vibes and the different feels and different colors and everything. And that's the same with music. You just got to do it whenever. If I'm too mad or too anything, I'm just not going to do it. But, like if you feeling that, like you can write, like if I have a horse, like I wake up hoarse or something just because like been traveling.
Oh, that's a great sound. Let's do it.
Yeah, it sounds like Drake, like no shade. But I'm just saying, no shade. He don't sound like that. Drake, you're amazing. But it's just I'm just saying like that low tone and stuff. I'll utilize that versus like on a good day, I can hit them. I know.
It was crazy. I was reading about tone, like is it tunes or tones? Tones the other day.
Okay.
Like
all the tonalities and tones. Yeah. Okay.
Like sax, alto, and all that, like all that shit.
Soprano.
Soprano. Yeah.
I'm a tenor too, actually. I actually just started working with this legendary vocal coach. Her name is Mama Jan. She's Usher and Justin Bieber's vocal coach, and now she's mine. She's incredible, dude. I mean, there's nothing she don't know. She's taught me so much, and since I started working with her in May, and she showed me, I didn't know my vocal range. I have 3 octaves in my vocal range, which, like she said, most people, ushers, like a lot of these guys, like the great ones, they usually have 2 or 3, but they don't even use them. It's like, a lot of people don't use their whole octaves and stuff. So she showed me, like, it's in my phone. I forget what it is, like E something to whatever. Like, sorry, I definitely got it written down. But you know what I'm saying? If you're watching. But, it's like good to know that stuff and understand the science behind singing and behind it so you can master it. Because I'm a vocal athlete. I'm not just a singer or some.
No, it's true, bro. Like, it does help a lot because, like, you can't be a saxophone and be making flute like sounds. You know what I mean? It's like the same thing with a human. Like, bro, if you're a trumpet, you're not going to make fucking. You're not going to be a fucking, I don't know, like a clarinet. Like, bro, it's just 2 different tones, 2 different instruments. You got to find out what's your instrument in a way,
Yeah.
So for this, the last couple months of this year, what's the biggest thing you got going on?
So we're going to push hard on this song, True, man. I've been promoting it for years, and this is the time that I feel like, I just feel like it's time right now. I just feel it. and it's in the air, whatever they say. But I just feel it. It's my time. It's time to push this record. It's time to get it up through there. It's charted number 2 in Norway, like number 8 in UK and Turkey. I just had a number 1 a couple weeks ago in Turkey on another record. I got plaques on the way, you know, on iTunes and stuff and Apple and stuff. So I'm just gonna really, really push hard, and we're going, like I said, we're gonna do the New York press run, hit radio. I'm gonna just hit as many podcasts as I can. Thank you for having me. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the love, because you just never know if it's 200 viewers, if it's 2 million. You never know like who's gonna see it, and you just got to do everything, because I'm being exposed. There's 5 people here that I never met before today that I just met, and there's 5 people, and she know 5 people and stuff.
Hey, the degree of 5, like you said,
the degree of 5 or 3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you just
true,
got to be humble, do everything. And just be cool and market and network and stuff. And that's just all I'm focused on for the rest of the year. Just eating right, being healthy, keeping good people around me, and pushing the shit out of this record.
Let's go, bro.
True, out now.
I hear that.
Yeah.
And guys, make sure to stay tuned to the end of the episode to see the performance that we got for you guys. I know it's been a minute. Was the last episode performance? No. It was a good old boy, Dan. But this one is a performance episode. So stay tuned, guys. Like and subscribe. We're back. I mean, we've always been back. We take fucking breaks, all right? We're fucking human beings, you know? It's okay. Sometimes we sit all day and fucking Uber Eats, like you say, and it's all right. Right, Kiko? Right, Ryan? Yes. Carly? Everyone? Right? Noir just lives on Uber Eats all day.
For real.
I'm joking. I don't know what Noir eats. But, guys, this is Talk About with Lust. I'm your host, Lust, and thank you for coming, bro.
This is the Lust Man.
Hey, 2 Lust on the couch.
Pause. Yeah, Gabe Lustman, man. Appreciate it, bro. Thanks for having me.
All day, bro. Love.
Thank you.
I've never learned the pads in my life, even though they say the things on it. And we're out.
I heard you got a new man, I hope it isn't true. Getting to the money, see the stars in the roof. Tired all these bitches, I just wishing they were you. I know it sounds crazy, gotta tell you that it's true. Girl, it's true. Girl, it's true. Only thing real to me, VVS is dancing on my chain. In a world that everybody fake, you won't catch me hanging with no lanes. Just want some space and then they chase you down. They wanna post a pic, they wanna love you now. When times get hard, nowhere to be found, like a ghost town. I heard you got a new man, I hope it isn't true. Getting to the money, see the stars in the roof. Tired all these bitches, I just wishing they were you. I know it sounds crazy, gotta tell you that it's true. Girl, it's true. Girl, it's true. She Michael Jackson bad, that's why they're looking at her. She's a 10 out of 10, and I can't even win without her. Not a text, not a call, I ain't get no reply. Where you at, going on, girl, you don't gotta lie. And it's killing me inside, feels like I'm running out of time. I heard you got a new man, I hope it isn't true. Getting to the money, see the stars in the roof. Tired all these bitches, I just wishing they were you. I know it sounds crazy, gotta tell you that it's true. Girl, it's true. Girl, it's true.